the reduced rate for country coordinators. So one country coordinator can receive that, one country coordinator in each country can receive that reduced rate, because I know that in some places there's a country coordinator, an assistant country coordinator, and maybe a couple of them, but only one in that group can get it. And then we also extended that to teachers. So 20 teachers from each region can also receive that rate. And I don't think that DESH has reached that limit yet of 20 teachers. So if you know of any teachers, I think he has extended, because the date has passed, but he probably can extend it to not much longer, because we're using the early bird rate, which is $100 roughly for that reduced rate. So after May 12th, the registration rate increases for everybody. So if you are attending the meeting and you're not going to go for the reduced rate because somebody else is using it in your team, then you really should book, or you really should register before before the 12th of May, because the prices will go up after that. So, and you know, what date is it? The 3rd of May. So yeah, so you know, we're gonna have to start processing applications for that registration fee. So that's why it's important to get that in as soon as possible. And you need to send it to DESH for your region that you're in. It goes to each regional office. So.
Thank you, Tony. And I request all the country coordinators and the active group teachers to take advantage of this discounted registration fee, which is only, you have to pay $25. And if there is any issue, you have any problem, or you want link for registration, please let me know. I will send the link. And then I'm sorry we were very busy with the preparation of this regional meeting, may not be able to follow, but certainly from today afterwards, I will be after you to encourage you to join the discounted registration fee. Now, Cornell.
Yeah, even just like, hey, between this date and this date, we're going to need
If you're there's a Cornell around here, yeah. Is Cornell there?
Yes,
I'm here.
Yeah. So do you?
Well, I see that in the agenda, this portion was just for if anybody had any questions, or I didn't have anything specific to present today. Is there anything that you'd like for me to go over or discuss regarding the website or the app, this system? I could just review a few other things, just to make sure people are aware of a few things. Everybody should have access to the partner and CC community. If you are a country coordinator or partner, you should be able to access this section. There's a partner and CC tutorial, and I mentioned yesterday that we're going to be reorganizing some of the site. So we're going to put all tutorials in one area, so you don't have to go to this community to get this tutorial and then go somewhere else to get training or something else. It's all going to be in one area. So I could talk more about that too, as far as the site organization that's coming. I can actually show a few things if you're interested, more on the new structure that's coming. But this is the right now. This is where you would find tutorials on managing schools and users, managing partners and partner and country pages, workshops, reports, and metrics. So under each of these, there is a video. So you know, I know if you have questions about creating a school or managing users, there's a video. There's also a presentation that you can download. It's a PowerPoint presentation. And then the same thing for your country pages. There's a tutorial on that. There's a full section on managing the workshop. So again, that's all under your go-to, and then under organization, under communities, and then you'll see partner and CC community. So that's a very important section for you to look at. As far as you know, on your country pages, if you go to your country, this is on staging, so you'll see some test data. For this. There have been some performance issues in the website. Pages taking a long time to load, and so we're looking at working on that. We recognize that it is a problem on the site, and we think we have solutions for it. So that's sort of in progress. But again, just every country, as you know, has your school list of your schools, trainers, any Globe teams that are in your country. You can see them there. News and events. I know they want you to encourage you to add news and events, things are going on in your country. We also will pull things down from the region page down to your country page, or news and events from the main Globe site may get pushed down to your country page as well. So you may see things that are not necessarily just from your country or region. If something very important from Globe, they want to push it down to all the country pages. So you might see news and events like that. Are there any questions you have? You want to see more of some of the new site structure that's coming? Don't everyone yell at once.
Yes.
Let's see. So this is just a wireframe. Again, so this is not the final design, anything like that. You know, you'll see you have about get started, training tutorials, protocols I mentioned, data, research and resources. Sorry. So under about Globe, you know, there'll be a section about, you know, what is the Globe program. There'll be possibly some introduction to Globe videos. We'll break down the different components of the system of the program. There'll be a section on who uses Globe. So there'll be you know, case studies about how teachers use the program, citizen scientists, students, Globe STEM professionals, partners, just to better explain how you can use the program. So there might be student case studies, citizen science case studies, things like that. We talked about under Get Started, I talked about having a simpler way of getting into the program, make it so everyone sort of follows the same path. So I mentioned this yesterday where it talks about, first thing is to learn the basics, create your account, start taking observations. You can stop there if you want to continue on. If you're a teacher, educator, you can go through the protocol certification process or become a Globe collaborator. So there would be an account page, you enter information, download the app. There could be a section about how to become protocol certified, and you start the certification. And we're combining some of the e-training. So when I want to become protocol certified, the system will take you through the exact steps you need to do to become certified. So that it'll tell you which e-training you need to take. It'll take you step by step. You got to complete this one. Then if I want to do Petosphere, then it'll tell me, okay, I need to, which protocol do I want to do? Then it will display the modules I need to take to complete for that portion. And then once you go through all the steps, we're going to add an introduction to the website as an additional required module. And then once you've completed all of those things, you are now protocol certified or e-trained, and you can start using the app. But you can always do more if you want to become a collaborator. If you want to create data organizations, whether it's a school, a learning institution, this allows you to create student accounts, all the things that a Globe member can do now. That's what a Globe collaborator will be able to do. So again, we're trying to streamline this whole process of becoming a Globe participant. So that's all going to be on to get started. Training tutorials, there'll be the workshops, there'll be the certification, but there also will be the tutorial center where we'll have all the tutorials in one place. We hope to have protocol how-to videos. We're going to ask the community to, I think, help us create some of these videos. So, just to have instructions on how to do the video, nice tutorial videos on how to do that, broken down by the different spheres of my protocol. This is all in the works, so nothing's been finalized, but this is sort of the idea, the concept that we're working on. But all the tutorials will be in one center section. So even for country coordinators and partners, there'll be a section for you guys, website basics, data entry, all the things that somebody will need to learn how to do on the website will be right here in this one tutorial center. For protocols, we're going to try to have everything you need to learn and do for each protocol, in one area. So you'll have the modules that talks about what Globe is and what the protocols are. You'll be able to search by language. You'll be able to, if I go into a particular sphere, there'll be a sphere landing page, kind of like what we have now. But again, we're trying to merge some of the documentation, so we won't have a documents in e-training and documents in the teacher's guide. We're going to merge them into one, so you'll be able to go to one place to find the what you need to learn how to do the protocols. So if I go down into a particular protocol, there'll be an instructional video on the protocol. All the manuals and presentations that you need to use will be all on this page, along with supporting protocols, field guides, all the documents you need to do the protocol will all be on one page, in addition to information about how the protocol is being used in your region, not in your region, but just how the protocol is being used last 30 days, and who's using this protocol. Will all be on this page as well. best protocols, data, we're going to have the data in and data out, just to make it clear on, you know, if I want to report data, where do I go? If I want to get data out, where do I go? So data in will have the data entry, data out will have Viz, ADAT, and the API tool. Research and resources. This is the place that you want to go if you want to either do research on the protocols, if you want to get information on student research reports, educator resources, so case studies and presentations, learning activities, teaching standards, all the things that pertain to what teachers would need to do GLOBE, scientific process, the collaboration tool, which we're going to expand on at some point, webinars, NASA connections, etc. So I have all the campaigns. So we're going to pull the campaign section out so it's more prominent. So all the things related to the campaigns will be here and will be reorganized. Then you have community, like we do now, and then news and events. So again, that's just a very brief overview of what the new structure may look like. Like I say, it's in progress right now and being worked on.
So Cornell, Bill had a question. There were any tutorials for uploading events and resources to the country page?
Yeah, so I mentioned that under the tutorial section, there is a part on managing country pages. And in this presentation, it actually talks about how you would create a news or event on your country page. So you can download the presentation or you can look at the video.
Hello and welcome to this presentation on how to manage your country.
So David Overroy talks about all the steps to managing your country page, and he does talk about news and events at some point in this video. So,
Results over here on the right side.
so take a look at this and see if this has what you need. Let me look under chat, see what else is there. Let's see if we get the chat. This problem last time. There it is. Okay, so the tutorial is about events and resources. I think that's the only question I see for that. Are there any other questions? I can also show more about the dashboard concept that we're looking at doing if you want to see that. If you don't have any specific questions, just to discuss some of the other things that are coming.
Cornell, I have a question. Are the PowerPoint for e-training same as the own page for the new web page?
The PowerPoint presentation for e-training?
Yes.
What? So the question is, where is it, or?
This is the same. I mean.
So you want to learn how to do e-training?
No. I mean, you will do the new version of the web page.
New version of the website. Okay.
I would like to know. You will use the same PowerPoint.
Oh, same PowerPoint.
Yes.
Yeah, the actual e-training modules will not change. It'll be the same PowerPoint to do the e-training. That will not change. Was that your question?
Yes, yes.
Okay. All right, I can show this real quick. I mentioned that we're looking at having a dashboard for our Globe participants, a place where when you first log on to the website, you could be sent to this page by default. But the idea is that you'd have a dashboard that would have information about yourself, your picture, sort of a data summary area, number of projects, student projects you've done, or your students have done, information about your collaboration interest, any certification and recognition, and then you have your, your sites, your recent observations, how your data is being used. So how many people are looking at your data site on Viz or on ADAT? Under My Protocols and Resources, you can have protocols that you commonly use, favorite links for the website, a curriculum builder. So if you are looking for protocol documents based off of grade level, time requirements, standards, you can set this up and you can easily access those documents. My student reports, you can manage student accounts. We talked about changing student accounts to be to use fun naming conventions. So this is an example of some ideas on that. You can link student accounts to Globe teams. So you can set up a Globe team and have students in different Globe teams, and you can easily manage the accounts and see the observations filtered by team, and then filtered by the school year. For those students, of your students that submit student research reports, you can actually manage them here. So you can search for student reports by year, view all reports. My data and organizations would have any data, any schools that I belong to, any teams I belong to, communities, things like that. And then on collaboration, certification, my profile, blogs. So this is what a typical user would see. A country coordinator would, in addition, would see something like a section where they would have quick links to manage your page. So in this case, this is in Kenya. These are quick links to my organization profile, my users, my contact metrics. So this is a way to quickly access resources that you would need on the website. So it's a quick way to access, instead of having to go to the admin menu on the left, you can just come to here and you can go right to the things that you need to manage. Right to the dashboard, right to managing schools, adding a new school, managing users, all that would be under this section for the country coordinator. And the rest of the stuff is pretty much the same as everybody else. A student, my page would be much simpler. They could see their data, their observations. Again, we wouldn't have their name, but this would be their auto-generated name and avatar, name of their teacher, their data summary. And so it would just have either their data and then a link to their school, so they can see their school, or if they're in a team, things like that. And then lastly, the public view, the profile will be at the top. So they would come here, they can see their profile. They could see the person's, what organizations they belong to, what data they're using, what recent observations of that user. So again, this is going to replace the My Page that we have now. And we're hoping that it's going to be more useful for people to access the things that they commonly use on the website. Any questions on that? What do you guys think of this? All right. All right, are there any other questions? Joanne likes the student dashboard. All right. So a lot of this is a result of talking to many of you and students and teachers. So this is the result of those conversations as far as improving the student accounts, the Globe teams, the dashboard, and restructuring the website a bit. It's all meant to improve the site for you. So if you have any other thoughts and comments, let us know.
Cornell, are there any changes in the workshop administration?
At this time, there are not any major plans for the workshop. It's still going to pretty much work the same in terms of how you manage the workshop. We might try to streamline a few things at some point, but pretty much, yeah, it's going to be the same where someone registers for the workshop, you have to go into the workshop tool and approve them or register them for the workshop. And then once the workshop starts, you have to make sure you change their status to completed so they become a Globe member. So they can then enter data and they get the full permissions on the website. So that process will remain the same. Trainers within in-country to still be able to manage workshops. But we don't have anything major planned at this point, but we are always interested in improving things. So if you have ideas, again, for the website or for the workshop, let us know.
Yeah, just a follow-up, Cornell, because we have a new certification process. So I don't know if the current workshop administration tool fits with that new certification process, particularly in the classification of trainees, because we now have a mentor trainee.
So the mentor, I believe, and maybe Tony can talk more about that, but the mentor training is not really going to be through the workshop tool. I mean, I guess there'll still be mentor training workshops. So in that case, the workshop will be updated to support that in terms of the terminology of calling it a mentor trainer workshop instead of a master trainer workshop. So that will be updated in the workshop tool. But the mentor training process is sort of a separate process now that involves the working groups and all of that. And again, I mean, Tony's more up to speed on how that's going to work. But does that answer your question?
So I don't know, Cornell, if it is or not, but so Rod, as you know, because you worked on it, the process is a little different, and that it can also be done on an individual basis with a mentor and one mentee, or it can be done with a number of mentees, depending on what the situation is. So, and as Cornell said, all of that will be recorded in the trainer's information and in the database. So it will be, the record will be there. The process will be slightly different, but it will still be there. So, and we're going to, as I said yesterday, there'll be communications coming out to folks about trainers and mentor trainers in the next couple of weeks from GIO about existing master trainers transitioning over to mentor trainers, and then also asking for help to eliminate trainers from the database that are no longer active. And so making sure that we have a true representation of trainers in the database.
Thank you.
But as far as I see it, there's a question about workshops for non-teachers. Anyone can take a workshop. There is we added an other option. I don't know if you saw in the drop down when you have the participant type, there is an other. So, but I mean, whether it's marked as other or teacher, it's the same process, and they get the same permissions. So if somebody comes in and they do a workshop, they would be marked as a club member, which will allow them to then do measurements for any protocol using the data entry app. They just won't be identified as a teacher in the system, but they'll still be able to do all the measurement.
And they would have to be cleared by the country coordinator as well, right? They'd have to be approved by, but
Yeah,
if they're going to a workshop, they would be
approved. If they're out there at the workshop,
yeah,
they're going to be approved by
the country coordinator.
Yeah.
Thank you, because we requested that last regional meeting. So thanks.
Right, and we heard you and we did it, see?
Any more question to Cornell?
Excuse me, can
Please.
I have a question. Do you have any plan to add new web e-training materials for some protocols such as Seaweed, Phenology, or there are some protocols that have not that don't have any e-training materials?
So, shall I tackle that one?
Yeah, go ahead.
So, first of all, some of those protocols may actually be deactivated because of the lack of usage of the materials or of data being entered. And so if they're going to be deactivated, it's not likely that any e-training materials would be created. And this would be one of the new things, actually, that the science working group hopefully would include as part of a group's proposal. So if a group is proposing a new protocol for the system, and so this is conjecture, but I would hope that the science working group would advise us that that group needs to produce resources like a training, an e-training module for that protocol, so that the protocol can be really taken up by the community. So that would be one resource, as well as some learning activities and so on that would need to be also submitted by the group that's proposing a new protocol. So instead of doing it like we have done it, which is retrofitting the materials to the protocols, we really, at least I would hope that any new protocols that would come to the program for inclusion would have learning activities and an e-training module with it already, so that people can take those and run. And I don't know, Malika, if you're going to talk at all about science working group work.
Yes, I will report.
Okay, great. So I don't want to steal any more of Malika's thunder, but I do think that the Seaweed one is one of the protocols that has been recommended for deactivation. And if that's something if that's a protocol that Japan uses a lot, you should let us know, so that we can put that information into the mix on determining whether it would be deactivated or not.
Okay, thank you. Some schools are interested in seaweed protocol, so
Okay,
I will wait here for
right.
her explanation.
I will note that too. So thank you.
Thank you.
Any more question to Cornell? If there is no more question, then maybe we pass on time to the working group members, Yoginder, to coordinate this session. I have only one news that Rod, we got the name for the country coordinator in Bhutan. Yesterday night, I received the mail from Lynn. We are very excited, very happy. And I sent them the link to join the meeting today. But seems that it was too late and they could not join. But certainly, we have another country joining us now, Bhutan, and we have a country coordinator. And we are very excited, very happy. Thanks to GIO for working hard to get Bhutan as one of the globe country. Yeah. To Yoginder, to you for your
Yes, sir.
working session.
Yeah. Okay, thank you very much, Dr. Des. Now we have 1 hour for the working group, so we will prepare accordingly. And I would like to request all our working group members to be ready for their presentation. Before that, I would like to give short information about the about the working group, which we can see in a Globe website also, but I like to present here. Okay, can you see this presentation?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Yep, we can see.
Yeah, it is visible.
So I like to inform you that where is the working group in this globe organization structure. You can see the globe working groups coordinate with the globe program, country partners to enhance our education implementation worldwide. You can see those information in the website, and we have 4 working group, and now from last year I think there is a 1 more working group, so now it's a 5 working group. It is working directly with the Globe Implementation Office. It is assisting somehow in different way. So you can see this structure also, so how it works. And what is working group? So normally when there are many announcements about the working groups, some our country coordinators or in some countries, they do not know about the working group. That's why I'm trying to put this. The purpose of working group is to enhance the role of Globe US and country partners, Globe scientists, educators in shaping the future of the Globe program and supporting the development and implementation of Globe worldwide. Previously, there are 4 working groups, now is 5, and have been created, comprised of community members. The working groups can have up to the 7 members. all efforts are made to have each of 6 globe regions represented in the groups. The one remaining slot can be filled by at-large members, so it can be from different countries. If we believe there are topics that the groups should discuss and bring forward to the management of the program, we should contact our regional representative. If our regional doesn't have a representative at this time, we can contact to the working group chair. So how it conducts? Working group members have monthly meeting via Zoom, and this requires a functioning internet connection. And members are expected to attend at least 9 of the 12 monthly meetings over the course of the year. Working groups are also meet at the annual meeting. To be productive, functional, and representative of the region, members need to fully participate in both the online meetings and any email correspondence each year of the service. All working groups meetings through the year, virtual and in person, are conducted in English as the common language across regions. To apply for a working group, each nominee should have good written and oral English skills and the ability to understand the situation and scenarios explained in English. While a typical term of service is 1 to 3 years, members who do not fully participate in the groups can be asked to step down from the group. So currently, there are 5 members in this AP region. Now in a new group, Diversity, Equity and Inclusion, DEI, from Philippines, Francis Murillo is representing. And for education working group, Rod Allen from Philippines is representing. And for the evaluation working group, myself, Yogendra Chitragar, is representing. For the science, Malika, who is chair also. And for technology, Chris is representing till 2021. So we all are representing till 2021, but the DEI there is recently started, so it will be up to 23. And these all information we can see in a Globe website. So you can go in a Globe community part where you can see the Globe working groups. There you can get all information about the working group. So please check that and get the information about the working group there. Thank you. So if you have any question on working group, then we can do during this time. Before that, I would like to request Rod to present his presentation on working group. Rod, are you ready?
Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you.
Well, I don't have a power presentation to show you, but I can just give you a brief update of what the education working group is working on. As you know, prior to the COVID situation, the education working group has worked on the new certification process that will give way to improving the competency and quality of Globe trainers, and also to introduce a new trainer classification in the name of mentor trainer. Unfortunately, before it was really rolled out, and when after it was announced during the annual meeting in Michigan, no one has actually applied for this new certification process yet. And COVID-19 came, and it seems that everything has been put on hold. So what I'm saying is that until now, we have not received any request for any certification under the new certification process. Part of the implementation of that new certification process is the cleaning of the database of Globe, and to remove trainers and Globe members that are no longer active in the database. So cleansing of the Globe database is part and parcel of the implementation process of that new certification process. We are also embarking right now on reviewing or coming up with standards on training materials that may be uploaded in the Globe website. But this is still we are still at the I would say infancy stage of this development. So maybe in the next couple of months we will come up with a proposed minimum standards or program standards for materials that may be shared with the Globe community. So this is the focus of the Globe Education Working Group at the moment. And that's it. That's from the Education Working Group. Thank you, Nepal, Yugendra.
Thank you, Dr. Rod. I think if anybody has any question, we can put one or two. Is there any questions for Rod or about the working group? Because we have Tony also. So if there is some confusion, we can get help from him also. Okay, so I think everybody understood very clearly, so there is no questions. Thank you, Rod. Now I would like to give floor to Dr. Malika for Science Working Group presentation. She is also representing as chair in that group, so she knows more than us.
Thank you, Yogendra, for this great opportunity. I would like to share my screen. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, yes.
Thank you. Thank you, Tony, and all country coordinators, and thank you, Dr. Dej, for this great opportunity. I would like to present what Science Working Group been doing in the past year. This is the representative of Science Working Group members around the globe. So starting from the left-hand corner, there's a Dixon Butler, Margaret, Becky, and then Costa, Hamid, myself, and then we have two new members, which is John and Peter. Okay, they just they just came on board this year. And then we have Amy as a GIO. So it is very fortunate that we have very good group of Science Working Group members. They're very active, they're very knowledgeable. So here, what Science Working Group main task is all about. Okay. Sorry, it's some echo because Chris and I are in the same room. What have we been doing? Okay. In the past, maybe 8 months, we have done a lot. If you are part of a Globe family, you probably know, or you probably have heard about bundles, right? This year, we finished 2 new bundles. The first one is air quality, and the second one is agriculture, okay? These 2 bundles been written by very knowledgeable and people that state of the art of the research thing, and is already posted on the Globe website. So these bundles basically some global protocol that relevant, and then help teacher to guide students to ask some research question and how to tackle their research question and analyzing data. So I would like to encourage country coordinator to go and take a look at air quality bundle and agriculture bundle, which is already available online on the Globe website. And the second part that the SCI working group member has been working for the last 8 months is that Tony has asked us to work on the global protocol deactivation. So we start with global protocol deactivation process, which is I'm going to get in detail after these few slides. And then after we finish coming up the criteria, we tested on the existing global protocols, and then we post on the virtual survey, which is done by GIO. And I'm going to show you some of the deactivation survey results, which hasn't been reported elsewhere. And then we know that UN SDG sustainable development goals has been very big thing in all countries. So and we went and take a look at the Globe website, and we saw some materials that the Globe program has actually tried to link between UN SDG and the Globe protocols. So we actually fine-tune, and you guys will be the first group of the people that actually have seen these, how the Globe protocol actually linked to the UN based on the SCI working group work. And I would like to actually let you know that Globe annual meeting this year, the SCI working group also posted 2 panel sessions. The first one is a global protocol that linked to the UN SDG. So there will be panels of 4 people coming and talk, and you guys would have chance to actually directly ask questions on the panels. So I encourage you to enroll on this panel 1. And then the second panel that we will talk in depth about the global protocol deactivation and the result of the deactivation survey. So these also will be for panelists. And then there has a one MC that actually coordinating the panel discussion. So it would be fun, and it would be motivated, and you can actually directly asking to people that actually working on this. So I'm sure that you should not miss these 2 panel events. And then we also proposing maybe 4 or 5 lightning talks. Okay, the one that Chris and I got email, and the Globe program said that we have to propose on the lightning talks, and at least 2 of the lightning talks will be presented there. The first one is how sensor and IoT can improve Globe student learning. This one will be Chris and I going to give lightning talks. This year, Globe have done things differently. Maybe Tony can actually providing some more information on this. Lightning talk, it means you talk something really quick, like to try to sell ideas, and should be finished, wrap up within 7 minutes, and then maybe 2 or 3 minutes for question or something like that. And then the second lightning talk is that Globe Observer Mosquito Habitat Mapper apps and its impact on dengue outbreak. So this one will be Chris and I, and then Sean going to actually present on how mosquito habitat mapper impact on dengue in his area. So these 2, hopefully, it would be it would be a great interest to Globe teacher in your country, and maybe some scientists would like to come and listen to the talk. So I would like to encourage you all to try to disseminate this information, and asking them to join the Globe annual meeting. For the protocol deactivation thing, I don't want to go into detail, but there will be a process of how we actually ranking. Okay, we thinking about data collection, how what criteria that we should set. We have science criteria, we have education, we have implementation, we have society impacts. So after maybe 30, 40 criteria that we come up, we nail down to 9 main criteria that we thought the most that have a key impact. Okay. So these are the 9 criteria. For the science, we select 2 main criteria. The first one is supportive for the study and understanding of environmental issue. The second one is it had to support the understanding of science behind the UN SDG goals. For education, science working group think the protocol that should be put on a high priority of keeping has to link with the school curriculum. It had to support school-to-school collaborations because the GO program is about student to student from either within that nation or international collaboration among different regions can actually doing some research project collecting on the same protocols and sharing ideas and thoughts. Okay, so these 2 are the main point for education. The science working group put it on these. And for implementation, we have 3 different criteria. The first one is how easy is it? So the easiness of implementation is important. The second one is the quality of data that we're going to collect and the volume of data has been collected. So this one, GIO has provided data from maybe almost 25 years of data collection, and which one has been very popular, has been collected in a large number. And then we also thinking about the implementation cost, like the equipment would be expensive. It's not easy accessible from some other regions of the world. The last part is society. For the society, as you can see that the GLOBE program through IVSS, okay, they're asking about the impact, right? So this one, we thought the GLOBE protocols that should be kept, should raising environmental awareness, okay? And also we thought now everything about GLOBE going for the Go app thing, GLOBE Observer app. So it should facilitating citizen of science, okay? So of all these, I want to make things short because otherwise I will spend all other working group time. So all these we tested on 4 spheres. The first one is atmosphere. So as you can see that we divided into definite keep, maybe keep, sunset, maybe sunset protocol. And this is for hydrosphere. Okay, people was like, why would you actually sunsetting mosquito larvae? Mosquito larvae is actually a protocol. Now GLOBE program has moved to mosquito habitat mapper app. So we no longer use mosquito larvae protocol. It's not that we get rid of mosquito protocol, but we transform it into mosquito habitat mapper app, okay? And then for pedosphere, this sensor, okay, Dixon had wrote the detailed information why soil moisture sensor protocol should be deactivated because of the equipment and stuff like that is not suitable to do soil moisture sensor protocol in a way that previously GLOBE wrote it, okay? And the last sphere is biosphere. Biosphere, there are 2 sunset protocol, which is lilac phenology and ruby-throat hummingbird. This is because of the regional, so it's so limited to only some part of the world. So, and not many people actually reported the data. Okay, so I think Japan has asked about the seaweed reproductive phenology protocol. These and Arctic bird migration. These 2 we posted under maybe sunsetting because these 2 there are not many school actually use it and report data in the past maybe 20 years. Talking about the GLOBE and SDG goals, all of you probably already know that SDG goals, there are 17 SDG goals, and we take a look at each SDG, okay? For the we propose that the globe link to 12 SDG goal. For the first one is SDG goal number 2, zero hunger. The knowledge of the globe protocol, all four spheres, actually support sustainable agricultural practice. And for the good health and well-being, is supported through the atmosphere protocol through air quality, and also raise awareness on vector-borne diseases on mosquito habitat mapper apps. And for quality education, this is absolutely no question, because the GLOBE program actually invests in lifelong learning and citizen of science and supports universal literacy. For gender equality, as you can see, either boy or girl or whatever equality there is equal rights to do the globe thing, and it's encourage women to do more in science and STEM education. For clean water and sanitation, it strengthens knowledge on water quality and support water management. So these it's sustainable in terms of clean water and sanitation. In terms of reduce inequality, the GLOBE program is outstanding program promoting equal rights and introduce girls to STEM career. I have met so many girl undergrads continue their PhD study with Chris and I, and at least we have almost 5 PhD graduate and are now becoming very prominent professor in university. They all go through and actually help us training globe program in Thailand. I'm sure these also happen in elsewhere in the world. For sustainable city and community, the GLOBE program and GLOBE protocol support learning activities, understanding the city mixed with contain like mixed with various environment and social patterns, and these would help us understand for sustainable city. And for responsible consumption and production is integrate knowledge on environmental problems, supports sustainable consumption habits, like we should eat less, or where the food that come from, they should local grown, okay? All these is a responsible consumption. For climate action, is understanding climate to, I think this is a strong point for the GLOBE program, is that students hands-on and collecting their own data and interpret their data themselves. So there is no better way of understanding climate change and take climate action through your student data collection and student research. The same thing as life below water and life on land, both of these through hydrosphere and biosphere. And most importantly, I think what Grove had done the best, and actually charming her charm, is that all of these is number 7, is partnerships for the girls, for the goals. We have, I can't keep track of how many countries. What I have at hand is 123 globe countries. Actually, we partners, we have the same goals, okay? And I think Globe had done wonderful thing on actually doing IVSS projects for the students each year. And as I heard, both quality and quantity of student IVSS project has improved tremendously. And through this, because of the country coordinators, that you encourage scientists to become judges and also scientists to mentoring your students in your countries. I have some more stuff that to present, but I think I already spent too much time. And if you want to know more detail about the globe deactivation, I would like to ask you to join. I mean, I actually prepare all the documents and I already submitted to Tony. Okay, so the result of the deactivation survey. So most of the time we got 95%, 94%, 90%, above 90% of people agree on deactivation process. Okay, and talking about why the soil protocol, some the sensor has been deactivated. This information already sent it to Tony as well. So if you want to learn about, here is some PowerPoints that showing the result of the deactivation survey stuff, how people from the globe feel like, so this thing is like we want to know who actually have done the survey. So we check there are some alumni, there are 15 country coordinators answering these. Majority are teachers, which is from 78 people, and the total of 135 people that participate on the deactivation polls. Okay, and you can take a look at these, how many years have they been using the GLOBE protocol. Majority of people actually answering these is between 1 to 5 years, okay? I can go on and give lecturing for half an hour, but I would like to stop my presentation and would like to take some question if you have some. Thank you. Anybody has any question or
Thank you,
suggestion?
Dr. Malika. Anybody has questions for Malika? Because she has a lot of knowledge on this. So we should take opportunity.
Can you say why the SDGs have 17 items, but the global program only related to 12 or 13, right? The other item not really related to global program.
Thank you, Professor Pei Liam. This is, okay, how about these, okay? 17, and we selected 12, and some of these 12, they are not directly related. Even indirectly related, we already included, okay? If you're going to go and reach beyond indirect related, that will be too much. It's overclaim. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
But hopefully this thing will post on the Globe website after Tony approved it, okay?
Okay. Is there any more question? She has presented very clearly. I hope everybody understood very well. And also she has kept the floor to ask more questions if you have after this presentation also. You can ask her about this working group after this presentation also through email or through any other.
Yogandra, I could post a PDF file on the chat box if you would like, or if some of you would like, so you can take a look at it. For the activation survey, I don't think I can post it yet because this thing just been done during this past few months, and we just submitted to Tony. So I would like Tony to give some clearance before we post it. But for the PowerPoint that I just present on what we have done in, I could post it as a PDF file because the PowerPoint file very huge. Okay.
Yes. Yeah. Thank you. Okay. Now I will go for another presentation. Dr. Chris, I'd like to request you to present on technology part.
Hello, can everybody hear me?
Yes.
Yes?
Yeah.
Only Uganda answer?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. First of all, I would like to post a link because I always wanted to go to join a regional meeting because I am a representative of the region. So I always welcome opinion, ideas, everything. And the link that I just put in the chat box, I would like all of you to go in, and if you have some idea or any, any thought, any idea, you can share into that Google Sheet. Right. Maybe you change your notebook. Right.
That's the same.
That's the same notebook. Okay. That's my screen that I want to share. And then everybody, can you see my screen now? Yes? No?
Yes.
Yep.
Apparently, I have some problem, technical problem right here. Okay. Something wrong with the technology. Okay, never mind. Okay, I do that. Because all you can see my screen now, right? First thing first, this is like quick report from the technology working group to the regional meeting. Okay, that's my name. And first thing first, because you are not coming to Thailand for this regional meeting, so you actually missed this. Okay, the first picture on the left
Next year.
is the Siam Ruby Pomelo, is the GI only available in the South Thailand. Very expensive, very juicy. Okay, and the next thing is now in the season is durian. Okay,
The king
so
of fruit.
because you're not coming here, you're missing all this. Okay, right. Okay, and before we going on, we need to go actually doing this, spraying the hand with the alcohol. You know, it's COVID-19 time, okay? Have everybody actually cleaned their hands before listening to my talk? Okay. Just feel free to ask anything, you know, and talk on anything. Okay. I would like to suggest the importance of technology to the GLOBE program. Okay. 25 years ago, sometime before I was actually in the GLOBE program, GLOBE was the pioneer of the, you know, worldwide collaboration using the technology that we right now using every day. Okay, email, website, data entry, and the web GIS. Imagine 25 years ago. Okay, not everyone actually at that time had email. Okay, and the GLOBE actually the pioneer of this. Also, is also recognized the standardized protocol to enhance the worldwide collaboration. People can share data, okay, and people can use other people's data. The next one is very important, is enhanced teaching and learning using the three-party ideology. That is students, teachers, and scientists. And this is why Thailand is doing so well, because we actually stress the importance of this interaction right at the beginning of the GLOBE program in Thailand, okay? IPST has done wonderful job combining university, you know, with the school and with all this gap using this idea of the party, and also the importance of inquiry-based learning that actually leads to the student research. And right now, people are recognizing IVSS, okay, and students are very motivated by going to this IVSS. That's the result of inquiry-based learning and the three-party concept, okay? And all this only possible through the internet technology. So the founder of the GLOBE program actually used internet technology to found, you know, to build new generation scientists from that 25 years ago. And you cannot do GLOBE without, you know, whatever you want to do if you don't have internet technology, okay? Beyond your imagination, everybody imagination. You can see, for example, Google, okay, Facebook, and other Web 2.0 technology. I stress here because not everyone actually know that we actually right now on the Web 2.0 technology. Okay, and AI is coming. AI actually is the Web 3.0 technology. Okay, so with this Web 2.0 technology, Globe can do much more if you actually implement this into the Globe program, and that's what we actually aim for. So just a quick recap. What is Web 2.0 technology? Is everybody actually can go to Google and do a search for on the word Web 2.0. It has the concept of participation, social software, okay? And I think everybody here agree that the Globe website is not quite social software yet at this level, okay? It has the simplicity, it has mobility, okay? That's happened to the Habitat Mapper app that students can take Globe with them on their mobile phone, doing capture of whatever they want to do, okay? And Web 2.0 actually also says something about standardization, which Globe already has this concept since the beginning, okay? So this is a quick recap. If anybody wants to go into the detail, you can go to Google and search it. But in a sense, the Web 1.1, the Web 1.0, not 0.1, 1.0 was the concept that happened like 25 years ago, where you only have not many sites on the world, whatever, and it published content to the audience right here, okay? Only a few, like students that have the website that they can upload their report, their data into the cloud, into the website. Okay, that happened 20 years ago, okay? But right now, you see that more and more people can upload, are uploading and can upload their content into the cloud. Like Facebook, you can take photo and you can upload quickly, okay? Students can actually gather data and upload it using the app. That's one example. That's why Globe needs to be at least be able to let students upload the data using the mobile phone, okay? Because everybody now is doing it, okay? This is Web 2.0, right? So now many people may ask, okay, what is the next generation of the web? Okay, and I guess some of you have already known this. It's called Web 3.0. Okay, it's become the web of value. It becomes like you can actually buy and sell things. You can actually own something digitally. Okay, and the concept moves beyond Web 2.0. Right now, we're at the brink of the IoT technology that can send data right to the web. Okay, so the new Globe web, everybody should try to imagine what it would be like if you have Globe that is similar to Facebook. Every day you can go into the Globe app and all that related posts that other people in the Globe program, because you have so many users, but you haven't actually taken use of that benefit that we already have. We have our student data, we have everything, but we haven't got into that yet. And that is what we actually trying to get the team to do, okay? Right, and I have some demo here. First thing is about the IoT, okay? The technology is actually, right now, it's very simple. I can show you, but you have to look at my photo, not my webcam, okay? I have here that, can you see? It's not on my screen now, it's on my webcam. This box contains just one piece of, small computer and the sensor, okay, like this. And this one is under $10. It's under $10. It's very, very cheap, okay? And student can make it. but it's not in the GLOBE program yet. I don't know why. I'm trying to push this to Malika, but nothing has actually worked. I've been talking about this 2 years ago, okay? And I try to talk more on this. And actually right now, data,
You mute the microphone.
You're on mute, Chris. You're
Yeah,
on mute.
Chris, you're on. Yeah.
okay, can you hear me now? I'm sorry. Thanks for warning me, okay? Can you hear me now?
Yes.
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 Okay, do I have to go back?
No.
Okay, good. This is the piece of technology that we actually use, and with this, it's under $10. Okay, student can actually write a simple code, and the data actually go into the Google Sheet. It's so easy. Okay, it's so simple, but it's not in the GLOBE program yet. Right. Another technology that should be used is the drone. Can you see my screen now?
Yeah.
I
Chris,
talked
so what
about
does
it.
it do? What does it do?
I talked about this like 2 years ago already, but right now the new model, the drone, it can use actually come very small. It's under 250 grams. Okay.
Chris,
The
the one that
US.
you just showed, what does it do?
This technology can use for the land cover. Okay.
No, no, no. The previous one, the first one, the gadget that you showed us. What does it do? Does it collect? What data does it collect?
Oh, it depends on the sensor. With this one, you can actually get the gas concentration. Okay. With this one, you can collect temperature, humidity. It's all depends on the sensor that you have, and it's already cheap. It's under $10. The technology is already here, okay? And it's collect data, for example, I show you on this one, it's collect the location, latitude and longitude. This is GPS data, okay? Okay, the next thing I want to demo is the drone, okay? Which is already small, very safe, it's only 250 grams, very tiny, and the camera is so good. Okay, it can capture the land cover, but this is not in the GLOBE program yet. But already students are using this in their research, okay? And it's very safe. The signal is very strong. You don't have to go to 10 kilometers. You can just fly over your head and take the, the the land cover image of everything that you're actually doing your investigation. Okay, the next piece of technology that we try to push into the GLOBE program is the 360. I show you here is actually 360 support in Facebook. Okay, everybody can go and search for 360. Okay, and these are some images that I took using something like this. You can attach this to the camera, no, to the mobile phone. And this also under, I think it's under $100. It's very cheap. You can do it with, can use it with other things, okay? And you can actually scroll around, okay? With one shot, you can take the picture of the sky and you can calculate the cloud cover from this image very easily. Okay, this is just one example. This is indoor image and you can put it outdoor. And this one actually is a video. Okay, you can see that the cloud is moving. Maybe it's a little bit slow, but you get an idea, okay? So just one shot or one video clip, you can tell the wind direction, you can tell the cloud cover, cloud type, and you can actually post this to the Facebook website, but the Globe website is actually catching up with this. Okay, I want to stop. This one is taking lots of because it's video, 360 video. Okay, I can show you more on something that is not dynamically moved. Okay, you get an idea. This is the picture of the whole sky, and you can see the trail. You can tell this cloud type this is, right? Can you tell? I can have a cloud piece here. Okay, right. So for the technology group, actually we give advice to SSAI group, and Cornell actually yesterday has done a wonderful job presenting the update on the website. Okay, and I'm very happy because I actually proposed that we should have a user portal. Oh dear, how long ago? Since we have the GRE in India, that when the working group started in India. Okay, we want to have a user portal. Imagine user portal on the Globe website now and compare it to the Facebook portal. When you everybody logging onto Facebook, you see different pages. You only see what actually matter to you, right? Okay, so the Globe website in the future should be like that. Okay, when you checking your Globe app, it should show you thereby, your friend that collecting more data. Your data actually have some graph on the website, not other people web graph, because you actually interested on your own data, right? Okay, so that's but right now we have a user portal. It's the way to move to the web 2.0. Okay. Right, and we actually have Globe Observer. It's taking a while, but it's actually now, okay, that feed to the cloud using iPhone. That's why I have picture of Steve Jobs here, okay, because he's the one who invented the phone, and I don't think he imagined at that time that his phone can be used to kill mosquito. Okay, and now students are using the phone and the protocol to kill the mosquito, right? Okay, and lots of update have been actually going with the website, which I actually admire and okay, happy with the development, updating the website lively to 7.2, okay, and it has more functionality that community wants, like mentor training functionality, okay, and it has group teams. Okay, and yesterday I asked Cornell to say more on this because it's very important feature. We want number, we want to track student activity, and group team is the way to do it. Okay, so you can measure their efficiency. You just add them to the group team and you can see how many data collected at that time, at one campaign, at the other campaign. So you can adjust your effort, okay? And we also see the integration of the Globe Data Entry app with the Observer, and this have the real effect on you, okay? Because you're collecting data. And the key point here is I actually also mentioned that we need API, okay? API is the key to machine-to-machine connectivity, okay? The one that I show you with Google Sheet can be done using the API. Without the API, it's nothing. Your data is lie in the backyard, nobody use it, okay? But now Globe already have API. So students can actually write whatever their app, whatever their software, whatever their analysis, connecting the data using Globe API, okay? So basically the technology group has done a lot with the SSAI team, right? But then the idea, you can see my idea, our idea, is actually would like to move the Globe website or the Globe system toward using Web 2.0, okay? And with that, we also need to have new Globe instrumentation, okay? And I already have used and actually have adopted some work on the IoT new equipment, as I already shown you some of these. Okay, the gas sensor, the GPS, the temperature, humidity sensor, the soil sensor, all these can be done easily because technology is already here. Technology makes everything easy for us, okay? But then we also need to make sure that our sensor give good data, okay? And that's why I stress here the importance of the calibration. In Globe protocol, they already have some calibration protocol inside, the main protocol. Like in water, you have to calibrate your sensor. In temperature, in atmosphere, you will also already have the calibration of the thermometer that you're going to use. But with this new sensor, okay, with this new sensor, which is very, very economical because it's very like under $2, $3. You don't expect the same quality from the sensor because it's not tested, it's not calibrated. That's why I actually proposed to Malika a long time ago as well about we should have some, like general calibration protocol. Okay, it can build on top, on and on with different sensor. And when students report data, they also have to report calibration data. Okay, with that, then you can make sure that the sensor that students use is of quality, is of usable, is shareable. Okay, it can be compared with other people, other students. Okay, I happy to see yesterday that Bill for Australia has already used some of these because everybody now in Thailand are using these, except the growth program. Only a few use it. It's kind of, I don't know, it's kind of a barrier somewhere that students cannot go over. Only a few students can do this and not that very difficult. Okay, and for the drone, students already used in the research campaign. Okay, and I've showed you some of the new development, which is very small drone. It's very efficient. The photo from it in 4K. The image is very good. It's very usable. And I already seen some modification so that the drone can take infrared. Okay, and with the infrared data, you can, do lots of, research project with that. Okay, and there's some new protocol idea as well, apart from the, calibration protocol which is needed, is the microplastic. Okay, and I and Malika and a student have actually write up a simple protocol and test it, and we publish a small paper is using this protocol to actually see the impacts of tourism, on marine debris, okay, and microplastic detection. We actually did this at Seaweed Island, okay, which also another side that you guys might want to go because right now the hotel is very, very cheap due to the COVID. You can stay in paradise and pay only like $20 a night instead of paying $2,000 a night. Okay, now it's very, very cheap. But okay, we stuck in our country, cannot go anywhere anyway. Okay, right. And if anybody interested, you can talk to me. I'm behind the, after this, or you can have question. Okay. So all of this is now connected to the internet, but the technology that is called now is not just simply internet, it's called cloud data, okay, and computing. Okay, and right now is the technology is here. It's very simple. It's very easy. Okay, and actually I'm developing some of the learning module and learning activity using all this technology for CMO countries. Okay, so if anybody interested, you can talk to me later. And new coming request. Okay, I would like you guys to have some idea and post it in the Google Sheet that we can all share. Like we should have like account combined. Right now, students have the Globe Observer account. Okay, and they have student account in the Globe website, and they're not the same. Okay, is it possible to have like these multiple account? I don't know, tools to manage this. This one example. When we have like virtual meeting that we have now using Zoom, can we do something more exciting like VR, AR collaboration? Okay, and people ask about collaboration tool in the in the Globe website. We still don't have that yet, but I think Facebook are actually doing very good on this aspect, collaboration. Okay, student account and co account integration. I already talked about that. Okay, is it possible to have dashboard that all the portal inject to Facebook directly, and then student will be more fun using the website. And because it's going to Web 3.0 right now, if you don't have Bitcoin, I think you should try to get a hold of it. I'm not saying it, but it's the future. No, not quite. It's very near future now. Okay, AI users. We haven't seen any AI integration into the website yet. Okay, Globe AI API. Like for example, you can have the data collected by student, and you have the Globe API to predict, what it would be like in the evening if you collect the morning data, something like that. Collaboration tools that is in Facebook style or Zoom style. The use of data lake. Right now, the Globe website and not actually use any concept of data lake. Okay, I think that's it for me, and I expect to see more ideas here, which is I don't see anything except the red square. Okay, so people haven't actually write anything. Maybe you are busy listening to me. Okay, and for the SDG goal 14, life below water, actually very important, but the marine protocol is not out yet. Okay, this is something that we need to, I don't know, do something quick. The microplastic, we already tested, and I don't know, something blocked this to the student. Students haven't actually get a chance to use it yet. And I'm sure that everybody are very interested in the microplastic problem. Okay, that's all for me. The Google Sheet still on. You can write your question or you can write ideas here as well. Any comments into the Google Sheet? And Yokenda, back to you. Oh, Yokenda is not here.
Chris,
Hello.
I have a question.
Okay, Rod, go ahead.
Yeah, the box that have you heard of X in a box? Is that from X in a box, the one that you just showed us?
What X?
With the sensor and thing. Yep. Where did you get it?
I can buy from internet. It's only $3.
Okay, because the education working group invited a supplier for those things from South Africa. It's called X in a Box, and it does exactly what you said. And I totally agree with
you can actually buy from like Lazada. It's everywhere. You don't have to buy from a single, provider.
Yeah.
Okay, it's community based. It's not company based. Okay, like this one sensor. Yeah, you can buy from the internet. It's very, very, very cheap. If you buy from like the company, I guess it's going to be much more expensive.
The quality calibration.
The calibration, that's why I need students to do it. Okay, because sensor like this, you have to calibrate it, and students learn science, doing this calibration. And I think this is what students should be learned, I think.
Thanks.
Okay, should be taught, and they should have activity doing it. Okay, it's community-based development. The software is Arduino, is also open source. Okay, so everybody can join and learn. Okay. Hey, Liam, are you still here? Oh, Liam not here already. Gary, are you still here?
Yes, I am.
I would love to get your comments.
Hi. You did a good job. I don't have too many comments.
Or any request for the website to be able to? Oh, you are not you're not on Earth. You are somewhere in Star Wars, right?
Please put your link in the chat box with your many comments.
Chris, there are a few questions for you on the chat box.
In the chat box, okay. I don't know how to get my chat box because I'm sharing my screen. Maybe I stop sharing my screen, okay, so that I can see the chat box. Which one is the question? I don't know where to start, actually.
Okay, so Bill from Australia is asking. Bill from Australia is asking if we can have some training on integrating sensor data to API. So I don't know whether you or Cornell will be able to answer that.
Yeah. Actually, as I already told you, I'm working for the CMO center, STEM center, to actually make the training, okay, from building this sensor, to the cloud data uploaded. So I would keep you in touch, okay, on this, and yeah, you can share on with this one, okay, and the next one, okay, starting from Bill, okay, many school in Thailand, okay, we can actually share this protocol with you guys, because then we can start collecting data, and we can use Google Sheet to share all the data that we would like to share without actually having to wait for the data entry app or something like that, if you want to do it, okay. And it's very important, this microplastic, because it's quite urgent situation in the marine debris problem. Okay, and you have the mapping of the disk. Okay, then if we can share this data together, okay, this is one step forward. And for Ajahn, oh yeah, there are lots of thinking ahead, but it's not thinking ahead, actually happening right now. Okay, including the Bitcoin and the Web 3.0. We're actually behind, Many people here are actually behind when we talk about the value
Dr.
web.
Desh,
Yes.
Dr. Desh, would you like to add something on the microplastic protocol?
Yes.
Actually, not at the moment. When I will speak, I will include in my talk. Okay.
Yeah, because there is a question about microplastics on the chat. That's why.
I will do it when I make my presentation.
What is the question about the microplastic?
Okay.
Actually, microplastic. Yeah, microplastic is this Globe Italy, in association with the organization in Australia. They are developing a project, and they want many countries from Asia Pacific region to participate in the project of microplastic. Yep. But, yeah, they want to have some meetings, webinars, and then things like that. But still, that is very premature to make any comment. And then before we start any new things, we need to take approval from GIO, because microplastic yet is not a GLOBE protocol. So how we can get involved into this, then we can have a webinar on them and request them for a webinar and things like that, so that those who are interested, like Manila Bay is all full with microplastic. Bay Bengal is all full with plastics. This Thai Bay is all full of microplastic. So we can see many countries in our region either they are the coastal countries or they have a long coastal line. And all of them, they are very much effective. But we have to really follow with the GLOBE protocols and instructions for GIO, I think.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yep.
Dr. Chris, can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay.
Yes.
I think it's a wonderful presentation, and thank you very much for your time. And you
Yes.
have given very good insight on technology. Thank you very much. So now I would like to present about this evaluation working group, a short presentation. So please bear with me. I will share the screen now. It's not a long presentation. As Malika, Chris, Rod has said that they have particular tasks on their group, but in our case, we have very challenging to get the particular tasks in evaluation working group, and we always have a lot of challenges on it. So in this year, we have 3 new members, and 3 members have completed their tenure. So now we have 3 members. The group chair is Nectaria, and she has been continuing and guiding us, our group, and Eleanor, Komla, Hanan, Nadia are the new one, and I am somehow old because we have completed 3 years. And Mindy is from GIO. Like just now, I have shown the picture that Komla from Africa and me from Asia Pacific, Nectaria from Europe and Eurasia region, and Claudia from Latin America and Caribbean, Nadia from Latin America and Caribbean at large, and Hanan from Near East, North Africa, who is she's from Bahrain, and Eleanor M. Jaffe, North America, USA. So you can see from the year also, 3 are very new and 3 are already completed their tasks. And now we are in a transition phase for the managing the members. So in 2021, the evaluation working group has 3 new members: Ghana, North America, Paraguay, as 3 former members completed terms. And as I just mentioned, that Mindy DiPolo is our new liaison from the GIO, and who has replaced Megan Delaney. And Mindy, you all know that she has taken the lead on the new Department of State of Mosquito Work, and who visited in our India regional meeting also. So evaluation working group work in 2021 is somehow we have completed survey of attitude towards science pre and post stage, which is uploaded in the GLOBE website. And also we have uploaded this completed form of evidence of impact, GLOBE teachers survey, and evaluation related webinar for teachers. I think this one is still in discussion. And we have also developed 1 pager to approach the potential funders for your GLOBE activities, which you can get in 5 different languages: English, French, Spanish, Arabic, Portuguese. And also we have completed this analysis of alumni survey, and we will be uploaded the results very soon, which is already completed, and we are in final discussion. And we have also, this one will be presented in annual meeting also as a poster. The result of this alumni report will be presented as poster session in alumni in an annual meeting. So during alumni survey, we found that many of us didn't know about the information about the alumni, and it was a big challenge for us. And I went through many of country coordinators to get the information on that also. And during that time, we sent the questionnaire to different countries, teachers, country coordinators, but I hardly could get the information. At the end, I was supported from the Philippines, Thailand, and based on that, we did that survey for the Asia Pacific. And we had also invited speakers from the education working group to understand how they have been working, and same as in the new GIA working group, to understand how we can coordinate and work together. So in coming days, as we have been discussing how the working group can contribute to the country coordinators and countries globe partners. Based on that, now we are thinking to prepare information package for country coordinators and partners regarding resources, strategies, which we can use it. And same way, we have sent out a short survey with the education group regarding teachers' need about globe implementation and assessment. So these are the few things which we have been doing during this year. And as I said that in evaluation working group, we lots of member transition is going on. So and another challenge is we do not have particular tasks on that. We have to create somehow the new tasks based on the need of the globe. So we are doing work on that. And also we seek some suggestion from the different country coordinators, how we can help the country coordinators from the working group. So thank you all, and this is the short information about the evaluation working group. Now, if you have any question on a working group and for the different working group, you can ask, because we can have now 2-3 questions and then we will stop it. If we have any questions on working groups and different working groups, then we can have some questions and then we will finish it.
If you have a question, you can add to the chat box also.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Seems there is no question. Thank you very much.
Then I would like to thank Rod, Chris, Malika, and of course Dr. Des, Tony, for giving this opportunity. And I think this is a very good platform on sharing about the working group, because many of us didn't have information about the working group, and in coming days we can have some information and we can apply for the new gap on this working group committee members. Thank you.
Thank you, Yogender. Thank you all the working group members. This has been wonderful session, and I think this is a great session we had. Of course, we can see that our working group members from the Asia Pacific region, they are very active, doing wonderful work, and I must congratulate them. For the first time, we have all the 4 working group members to speak to us at the regional meeting. Thank you very much, and I hope the relationship between country coordinators and the working group members will be more close in future. Thank you very much. Thank you. Okay, now yesterday I tried to make my presentations. I could not do it. I will try to do it today. This is what actually we have been doing for the, what is again happening?
The screen was shared. You did okay.
Your screen.
Yeah. We can see the screen, but you can't see.
But how I change it next?
Yourself. That's why you are.
But I don't get how I change the next one.
There is an arrow button up, down.
Yeah. Yeah.
On left, right button, click on any of the four and you'll be able to change. On the keyboard. On the keyboard.
On the keyboard, yes, it's not working. Why it's not working?
Do you want me to share?
Okay, you do that. But why this is not working actually? I want
So
to
it will
find.
work. I don't know, but up,
Okay, give me the second slide. Okay.
down, right, left, on the bottom corner of the screen, on the key, touchpad side. Okay, I'll do it for you. Stop sharing your screen. I'll do.
I tried my best, like it was working in the morning. I don't know what happened now. Okay, can I? Okay, let me see. Okay. Okay, now it is working. Okay. Okay, now this, can you hear me, please?
Yeah, we can hear you. I just.
You're not
Okay.
sharing though. You're not sharing the screen though.
We had.
hear you.
hello.
We can hear you, but we cannot see your presentation.
You cannot see.
Wait a second. I'm sharing it.
I can see myself. Can you do it for me? I don't know.
Are you sharing the screen now?
Yep.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Give me the next one.
So this is the second slide, right?
Okay. Now, due to this COVID, we could not meet face to face, which was very frustrating and very, like I was not very happy myself, and many of us, like Swan, not very happy that we could not meet face to face. We could not travel. We had the travel budget. We could not spend neither last year, this year, and also then we found a way out that GIO helped us to give a line for these webinars to organize. And first webinar which we have next, the first webinar which we had. Next, please. Any problem next? Hina. We had number of webinars. The next we had number of webinars. And the first webinar we had organized, that was by Rod. He kindly agreed to host the webinar. When we had our first webinar, we were not having much of idea and the experience how to organize webinar and then how we can be helpful and things like this. Rod was first. Thanks, Rod, for to be the first to give us what is actually happening with the mentor trainer certification and the process which started and now in the final stage. And we had more than 50 participants in that webinar, which was great number. And everything went very well. And we decided to have more and more webinars. Like during last year, we had more than 20 webinars, and the first webinar was by next. Next. Can you hear me? That will give me the next one. Okay. That was the, like on 22nd May, we had the first webinar. Next. Why it's not working with me? I don't know. The second webinar was by Joanne, where we review the role of the Globe teachers. Because one of the question came, many of the Globe teachers, they don't have much of the experience, like what to do, what their role is, what they can do. And she said that she volunteered herself, that she will give a webinar where she can explain them from the field experience, what is the role of the teachers is. And we had 24 participants from 9 countries join the webinar, which was quite a good number. Like this was our second webinar. Next slide. Next, please.
So it is taking some time. Yeah.
The 2nd June, that we had a webinar which was on Jika project, because we have been implementing Jika project in the region. 9 countries they participated, and that has been appreciated by all. Mulika and Chris, they have been the part of the team which developed this mosquito habitat project, and then we found that this Jika project presentation was a wonderful idea to have it. And also same day we had how to use social media by Autumn. She is from NASA, and also the mosquito project activity was presented by Dorian Jenny from NASA. That was a great event for us to host 2 NASA scientists and to discuss with them how we can implement mosquito project in the region, which was very helpful, and also how we can use social media for the use of globe activities. Next. Okay, this is some of the shorts like for the Dorian. Explained participation of globe mosquito habitat planner. And also that Autumn, she said that what are the tasks, how to use social media by globe activities, which was very useful, and that was great. Next. I'm still trying to use my things, and that something wrong with my computer. I don't know anyway. It's okay. Then after that, we wanted to have our students to encourage them. 3 projects were winner last year, and one was on Jika project, and we were on Jika project, and then another one is on IVSS project. And unfortunately, there was no face-to-face annual meeting. Usually, the winner of this IVSS project from all the regions, they are all invited to make presentation in that the annual meeting. So we invited all the 3 projects to make presentation at the one of the webinar. The students were very excited. They were very happy. Their teachers were very happy that they had opportunity to make presentation at the webinar on the project which they have been on. And that was great activity for them. And we had all the 3 presentations by them, which was well appreciated, and quite a large number of teachers, the students, they participated in this activity. And that was a great event in the sense that all the winners of the IVSS project and the Jika project, they made presentation. And I think that was very key for us at the RCO to encourage the participation of the students, the teachers, the scientists and experts. We did not only wanted the students to come and listen, but we also give the leadership to the students, and then they were very happy to make this presentation at the webinar. Next. Yeah, like the school which was in Philippines, the school in Philippines and school in Thailand, they have been doing wonderful activity, and they were the winner for this. And after that, we hosted this on 30th June, the webinar for the country coordinators, and we invited Professor Peliam from our host of the regional GLE, which we had day before yesterday, to make presentation that how this GLOW program is helping the women's, because the women's is very important component, and he have a project where he's implementing GLOW for the women's, and he made a wonderful presentation that how 5 girls from a globe school, and they go to recognition on the globe activity. And they submitted 2 4-star globe projects in 2019 and 1-star globe project in 2020. That was how they have been increased and how the schools, they have taken lead to implement this women's empowerment. In fact, when we had discussion about this SWENS project, then one of the idea came that, well, how to encourage girls' participation, women's participation in globe activity. And that is how these girls, they total 5 girls schools, they contributed to the globe activity. Thanks, Palium, for implementing such an innovative and wonderful project and encouraging girls students to get recognized on these globe activities. Thanks. Next. Okay, then we had, when we had these activities, then our friends in Thailand, they were very excited. They said, okay, we want to show that how Thailand is working during COVID-19 duration. Because what happened at that time, everything was closed, the schools were closed, and not much was happening. Everybody gets frightened. What is going to happen? So that at that time we decided that Globe still continuing in some of the countries, and we invited Globe Thailand to make how they have been working and how what Globe activities, how they are implementing Globe. And that was a wonderful, what they said, that the Globe Research, Thailand Junior Water Prize activities, and then how under data entry, they have been doing cloud observation, things like that. And that was a great presentation. And the Nishi, Dr. Nishi, who is our official photographer for Globe, RCO, she made the presentation, took the pictures, and then 48 research projects in 59 countries, like 59 students, like that was great. And then after that, this presentation motivated many of the Globe schools and the many countries to how to do that activities. And we had a regional coordination office hosted webinar on August 12, regional community, and then the idea was how to experience exchange activities, expeditions, students research, and share about the proposed programs for a coming year. In fact, everybody was very concerned that what is going to happen to the exchange programs, how we are going to continue these activities. So we had a webinar where we showed that what we have been doing, how many programs we did. And we found it was interesting that in last 4 to 5 years, we organized 16 expeditions, exchange programs, and then such a large number of activities, number of students from one country going to another country, participating into these programs. And I think we shared the information that how RCO has been helpful, coordinating, trying to facilitate, help these exchange programs. Sometimes there has been issue relating with visa issues and then travel issue, logistics and so and so. And all these activities went so smoothly and well planned. I think that was great. And the objective of this activity was to encourage the students to participate, to learn themselves. And they are very excited. They're going to one place to another one. Like even the teachers, they had been very excited. They could learn from one place to another one. And also like, I tell you a little example that when we had exchange activity, this Lake Okra expedition, one of the Nepali official from the American embassy asked, how much money you got from Globe to organize this expedition? Then we said we did not we have no funds in GIO or in Globe to fund these activities. Then he said, how many members they have come? They were participants from Oman, participants from India, participants from Philippines, Thailand, from Nepal, 5-6 countries. Then he said, how is that so many participants have come and how you have organized this? Then he said that is a secret for which you have to attend one of our Globe workshop or webinar, then you will learn. What I mean to say, like all these activities, exchange programs, what has been done, they have been self-funding without any, because we have a clear-cut guidelines from GIO that the money of GI, RCO region, say for example, Asia Pacific region, cannot be spent for the other countries or other regions, or that has to be spent within this region. So when we found that participants coming from other regions to join, like Professor Hamid, who is a member of the science working group, he has come in Maldives, he has come Nepal, he has come to India, now he wants to come to Thailand. Like, so what we try to encourage participants to raise some local funds, travel funds and things like this, and they have been very successful. We had a webinar on 27th of August, and we requested our new friends, who was our new friends at that time, Bill, and wanted to know that how we want to implement Globe in Australia. I'm very happy and thanks, Bill, for accepting our invitation at that time and putting us that what you plan to do in Australia. And we found that within such a short time, it was only 1 month or maybe 2 months when he was the coordinator for Globe in Australia, doing wonderful activities. He organized webinar already with 50 teachers from Australia. They joined and he presented the work of this what has been done. He had a page, Globe page on the website, and he have done this wonderful. And we found that Bill is really great that he's following Globe activities in Australia. Continue, Bill, and that is great. You have been a great sport for us, for Australia. It's a wonderful country for us in Globe region. Then Lake Pokhara expedition is very popular. We had 3 expeditions so far. Number of countries participated in this activity, and the participants were so great. Like I tell you, when this 3rd expedition was to end, then I found that Professor Hamid, you remember Yoginder, his daughter started weeping. I say, why you are weeping? She said, oh, I have to go back. I don't want to go back. I have never seen such a expedition or such a great activity. So the exchange, the field activities, visit to the lake, collecting data, collecting information, that was great. Thanks, Yoginder, and you are doing wonderful work. And Lake Pokhara expedition is our very popular activity in the region. And many of participants, they want from the different countries, they want to come and join. In fact, if we have opportunity to have regional meeting in Nepal, then maybe we will have this regional meeting in Pokhara, not in Kathmandu. Next. This is the lake here. The first expedition was in 2015, Sri Lanka, India, Nepal. 2017, Thailand, Oman, India, Nepal. 2018 was Taiwan, India, Oman, Thailand, and Nepal. And after that, 2019, there was problem. There was problem of the communication. The road was under construction, and after that, due to this COVID-19, we could not organize. But hopefully, next year we will be able to do this Lake Pokhara expedition. Then we had this webinar on October 2nd. This is great that the Globe has a awareness program like collaborative project on wetlands. And we had on 2nd October, we organized this water bodies collaborative project. Although 2nd October is a holiday in India, Mahatma Gandhi's birthday, but that was convenient to all other countries. So we requested Dr. R.K. Garg, who has experience working in wetlands, to make a presentation. And we requested all the country coordinators to send 2 photographs of wetlands from their countries. And we were so happy that we got photographs from all the 16 countries which were included in this presentation. And Dr. Garg made a wonderful presentation on hydrology, wetlands, and how to protect them, and also that what are the parameters which global students can do during the COVID time. So that was a great event, and I think quite a large number of students and teachers from different countries, they participated. So here you can see some of the shots. Next. Yeah, this is a wonderful activity. With that, Professor Palium, he sent us a picture that from the waste tables and the chairs and the furniture in his office, he organized a workshop to construct the instrument shelters. And that was a great idea that we requested him. Why don't you give us a webinar on this and show that how this the students and the teachers working in the lab, utilizing this waste material and preparing the instrument shelter. So he gave the webinar where he showed on 16th of October that how country coordinators and the students, they can really make instrument shelters from the broken material. Because instrument shelter is comparatively more expensive, and then, but he showed us how that can be done. On all his presentations, all these webinars, they are on the website. And I will like each country coordinator, each participant, kindly go through this presentation, because this gives us the idea that how the waste can be converted into resource and for us to the instrument shelter. And that was great activity. And thank you, Helium, for that. And then we requested Brian, because he had been doing a lot of, Brian had been doing a lot of webinars, but his webinars are such a time when it is almost midnight or early morning in our region. So we requested him that he please arrange a webinar for us for our region, and he was kind enough to give us a presentation, a webinar, which was attended by 85 participants. He was so happy. That is that I have never seen 85 audience in my webinar, but that was great activity. And then I think before that, he had one more webinar in Taiwan or someplace. Anyway, so we requested him for a webinar, and that how to measure the tree heights and things like that. That was great, and then that was very useful. Then we invited Mindy Ola on November 18 to give us a webinar on mosquito project, and that was great. The teachers, 78 students, teacher and the community member attended. And one of the things that I feel so happy and appreciate participation, that all these webinars has been well attended. And the speaker who come also feels happy that if you have a good audience, like we had 48 participants at the regional GLE day before yesterday. So that makes us happy, and then we can reach to the community. So that was great. She was very happy. She made a good presentation. I am sure that Tony, you remember you were at this presentation. He made a good presentation. Next. She gave the presentation on mosquitoes, mosquito protocol, and let me tell you that the mosquito project, our region, the total observations submitted to the GLOBE program on this under this project, I hope maximum they are from our region. Other region there, this project was implemented by 3 regions: Asia Pacific region, Africa region, Latin America, Caribbean region. And our region really made a lot of good progress. Vietnam did wonderful work, Philippines did wonderful work, Thailand did wonderful work, Nepal, Sri Lanka, yeah, they did great work. And many of these countries here, they have done really wonderful work. And I was surprised to see that. When Taiwan also had some activities on this mosquito project, and that was great. Soil awareness, we had this soil awareness again, because in the region what we decided to have campaign on water hydrology, which we had on 2nd October, we had the webinar. Then we had mosquito, which was given by Mindy from the GIO, and then on the soil. So the idea was to see that how these soil awareness activities can be enhanced. December 5th is the birthday of the former king of Thailand. And king in Thailand is really worshipped like God. And that is in his honor. This December 5th is celebrated as the International Soil Day. I think there was a holiday or something. Or, yeah, the Globe Thailand was doing big ceremony on that day. And then we decided to have this webinar on December 3rd as a part of the celebration of 1 week of soil awareness activities. From December 1 to December 5, we had this 5 days activity, and then I had 2 speakers. One was Dr. Nishi from Thailand. She volunteered wonderful sport to us, and also Dr. Garg to make this webinar on soil. And I found that after these webinars on water, after soil and the mosquito, our activities have been increased. Many of the students and the teacher have started taking interest and participating in these campaigns. And I found all these over 3 campaigns has been very successful. This is photograph taken by Nishi. She always take about photographs, put us on website. Yeah. Can you recognize some of this? Okay. Then we had after that, we had this webinar on Globe in Philippines and Swens IVSS project. Then Philippines came forward and wanted to say that how this Globe is being implemented during the COVID time, December 17. You see, you remember that all these activities which we have been doing, this is during the COVID time. In fact, all these webinars kept us very busy, contacting the speaker, contacting the participants, reaching to the community, and so on. So we found that it was great in the sense that we could continue these webinars, could maintain contacts and contacts with everyone. Like for example, today I get 3 messages I'd like to share with you. Ruth from Fiji said she's in a meeting, but she will try to join if she can. Then I got a message from Sean he will join the 4th session from Maldives. He is on a duty for the COVID in some island. And also we send the invitation to Bhutan, our new partner here. They send a message that due to the logistics, they may not be able to join us, but certainly they will participate in all future webinars and activities. So I think our contacts with our partners, our exchange with all the countries, they have been very effective, and we are just waiting one more country to do this. Also, a road give us the idea, already 1 million trees, which was amazing activity. The poster is designed by Juan. Sometimes you see, many times whenever we have a webinar, you see a poster in the messenger. All these posters are designed by Juan. Juan designed the poster, done this, Nishi take the picture, my office do all the logistics, contact everyone. So that what we try to share with, try to involve everyone. And almost every week, personally, I try to speak to all the country coordinators by phone, by webinars, and then everybody sometimes road say, oh, I'm sleeping, I say, get up, and then let us finish up this work. So this is what I mean to say, like it has been very informal and formal relationship in our region where we have been working, and this has really made us, connected with ourselves and very success for our activities during this COVID time. Then 14 June, we invited Amy Warfield, she's from GIO. And in fact, some of the students, they said, okay, we, during this COVID time, how to do IVS has some problems, so and so. And I requested Tony and Lynn, please suggest us some, speaker from GIO who can speak to us, our students, and they were kind enough, GIO, and accepting our request. And Amy, she made a good presentation and then explained many of the things to our students, and then that is how we can see that number of projects from our region, they have been increasing, and they have been very much increasing, and even many countries, they have contributed more than 25 projects, and I think in future again, we are going to actively more participating in this IVSS activity. And then we can see here this graph, how this we have been progressing into this, submitting the projects. Yeah. Next. This, we organized this symposium on February 2nd, which is the International Wetland Day. This International Wetland Day is celebrated, and we decided that we are going to have a seminar on that day, and that was for 3 hours. And then when we started it, we thought, oh, what is going to happen? But this lasted for 4 hours. We had students from India, Philippines, Taiwan, Thailand. They made their presentation, and Dr. Garg again coordinated this program. 96 participants were there, including students, teachers, trainers, and country coordinators in this webinar. That was a great seminar. I think very high quality activities from the research was presented there. And 96 participants, and we could, thanks God, not many participants did not showed up, because with our Zoom capacity, we could accommodate only 100 participants. That is why second, we have to go to WebEx, because we knew that in our GLE, there will be hundreds of participants who will be joining. So that, and then that day there were 96 participants, and this seminar was great. And then participation and the presentation by the students was excellent. And all these presentations are on our website. And that is also sort of our exchange, like that research exchange through webinars, how we could see We could not see face to face, but we could see our work. We could see how we have been participating with each other. Like, yeah. Yeah. And then I said that very proudly we say that we have been implementing this Globe Zika project. Although Globe Zika project money is over, that money was up to 31st of March, but still many countries, all the countries, almost countries, they are continuing with this project. And I think that is good to learn, experience that the project which is good for the community, how we are continuing with this project. We have statistics I don't have to give, that is already given to you. And these statistics are up to March only. And then we found that how many LMWs have been done, how many participations has been done. And I must say 3 countries, to my assessment, Thailand, Philippines, and Vietnam, they did wonderful job, great job. And I must congratulate all of these country coordinators from these countries, and Dami from Sri Lanka, Yoginder from Nepal. Great success. We had this what we call as our training, the first training. That was in. Can you remember this place? Can anybody remind me which place is this? This is in Vietnam.
Vietnam.
This is in Vietnam, and then this was excellent. And then because we found that everyone is so excited to learn about mosquitoes and things like this. And we had great resource with us like Mulika and Chris. Lynn was there. She was excited. Such a wonderful meeting, something like that. That was a great success. How we started our Zika project. Yeah. Thank you very much. No, that if you want to have information contact, you can reach to the RCO email or you can reach to my email. Always, I will be very happy to react, and then I try to react within 24 hours, maybe less than that time. And one thing which we found here that in our region, the success which we feel is that we all feel that we all are the part of the community, same community. We all belong to the cause that we want to work for the betterment of environment. And we have support from each one of the countries and the country coordinators. That is great, except 1 or 2 country coordinator maybe. But this has been a great achievement for our region. And the team which I have in my office is wonderful. We have 4 or 5 people working, attending the activities in my office. And in fact, when we planned this regional meeting, we planned that we are going to start because we have to start 6 o'clock in the morning to open up the links. And so on GLE day, we decided that 5 o'clock we will get in the morning in the office, arrange for lunch or dinner, lunch and the breakfast in the office, and we will do that. But unfortunately, we have lockdown. We are all working from home, and sometimes we do have some issues with the logistics because when suddenly we had lockdown, we could not go to the office, but still my staff is doing wonderful and we are doing great activities. And then I think, please ask any question if you have. As I told you that I have another presentation which I have presented on the webinar. If you remember, maybe I will take a few minutes later after the break. We can have. And one thing I am very happy that the participation is as good as today also as it was yesterday. So open for any discussion, any comment. Let me see if any question in chat box. Thailand. Like, you want to speak few minutes? No problem. Govinda, wonderful facilitator. Mulika did a great job. Bill is always appreciative. Thanks, Bill. Tony, you have any comments to make? Tony?
Yep. So thanks, Desh, for that presentation. And it shows the great work that still continues in the region. And despite COVID and all of those, all of the issues that are associated with it. And, you know, we are here to help you in your country as best as we can. And Desh is more situated in the region, of course, to help, but we're also available to help you if you have questions or ideas or other things that you might want to talk about. We're always happy to get on the line. And as I said with Victoria yesterday, you know, if you think that a presentation at all would help or a discussion with somebody, we're always happy to do that as well. So it's really wonderful to see how engaged people have been despite the coronavirus and in spite of it, and that the connection seems to have grown stronger. So so that's kudos to all of you for doing that and staying committed over the year.
Okay, thank you, Tony, for all your good words for our region. Any comments from any participants, any country coordinator? Any invitation for the expedition or the exchange program? Of course, I am waiting result from Dr. Paliam. The winner teams will be invited to the regional meeting next year in Thailand and our exchange program. Professor Wu is here, and I hope you will be providing the winner teams the accommodation, food, logistics, as we have been doing under exchange program. Of course, they will arrange their own travel. Am I right, Professor Wu? I am asking your commitment. Lydia. Okay, yes. Any more questions, suggestion? Morning session? I think now what is the time? We have a break now?
We have 20 minutes left in this session.
How much?
20 minutes.
Left?
Yep. We ended.
Okay. We have still
11:30 our time. So.
And the discussion is open on exchange activities, and this is to be done by all the country coordinators, all the participants. So now the forum is open for the participants to speak. Or should I start inviting them like one by one, or like, for example, I can see Bill. Bill, you like to speak?
I can. Do you want me to say anything in particular?
No, it's okay. Now the session which we have discussion on exchange programs, funds activities, how they should be done, how they can be helpful, how, you know, any experience in the past, something like that. This is,
yeah.
This,
yeah. I've not been involved in exchange per se, but one of the things I have been involved in, and is similar to the IBSS, is the International Science and Engineering Fair in the States. So we run a science and engineering challenge, which is sponsored by BHP in Australia. and students submit their science and engineering entries, and then they're judged. So very much like the IBSS. So one of the things that I'm conscious of is that in some respects that's a competition for the IBSS, but then on the other hand, it may be an opportunity to actually use that that particular competition or that particular initiative, if you like, to complement what happens with the Globe program. For me currently, Desh, I've probably got more questions than answers, to be honest. I'm still trying to...
Yeah, that's great. Dami, because we also have to have some discussion on regional campaigns and inter-regional exchange. Because one of the activity in Globe, they are promoting to have international regional exchange, like how to work together with other regions also. So that also we can, if you have any thought on that, please do that. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. Okay, I will do. I will try.
Yeah. So Damayanti.
Yes. Yes, Dr. Desh.
You are going to speak now?
Yeah,
yeah, please.
No. No, Dr. Desh, we will, we will, in the future, near future, we will do some activities, especially the collaborative projects we'll do, we will join.
Okay. Okay, then Globe Taiwan, Professor Peliam.
Yeah, very excellent presentation from working group and Dash for the regional office. Yeah, I just curious, how many IBSS project from AP region this year? Do you know, Dash?
Yeah, Tony, how many?
How many IBSS project from Asia Pacific region this year?
Okay, we will find out. We will find out and let you know. Any idea?
For the next year, we keep going, and Thailand will host a regional meeting, maybe a company with a student exchange program, I think. The other one maybe Dash can organize to continue the Big Lake expedition and student exchange program. For Taiwan, we also plan to host a science fair activity for student exchange, maybe during the next summer. Hope during that time, the COVID-19 already under control.
I wish so. I'm thankful to you.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Arun. Okay, that is great. And we have a host for next year. That is always. Now I request from Japan. You want to say a few words?
Hi. We don't have any plan to organize such exchange program in Japan, but we hope that we have a chance to join in such program held in other countries such as Thailand. We joined in before. Yes, thank you.
Thank you very much. You are always welcome to join us, and then we will send the invitation, and then if you join us and your friends can share with the other friends, experiences will be wonderful, as we could see that in South Korea when the Japanese friends came a couple of years back. That was very helpful. Thank you very much. Thank you. Okay, now I have Lynn, that is Chu. Chu's phone is there. Chu is there. Monica, William is there. Victoria. Victoria, you like to say something? I think Victoria is gone. Oh, yes. Oh, she's in a car.
Oh, Des, did you just call my name?
Okay, yes, okay. Lynn, yeah.
Yeah. I just would like to make one point is that if Thailand is hosting the regional meeting next year, and 2023 is gonna be Philippines, I heard.
Yes.
And then the next year it will be our turn to host it again in Vietnam, probably Hạ Long.
Okay,
Everything work out.
You want in 2020, 24?
Yeah, probably.
2023?
2024. I heard that 2022 is going to be Thailand, and 2023 is going to be Philippines, right?
Yeah.
So just an idea for you to consider.
So if you want to have 2023, I will request or to have it in 24, no problem.
Yeah, thank you. That's all from me.
So you would like to have in 2023?
2024. Can you hear me?
You want to host in 23 or 24? Which is convenient for you?
I think 24 is more convenient because 22 and 23 we have probably a lot of international workshops.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's great. Okay, this is great. And then Yoginder. Yoginder, you have any comments?
Not special.
Okay.
But as I mentioned before also that I was planning to have this Nature Club conference on 2024. That time, I think if we could make some exchange program also integrating in that, that will be great, because it will be great to exchange among the students. Like we of course, I don't know we could support or not, but we can invite.
Okay, that's
In
a
a
great
conference.
idea, don't worry. So we have also invitation for exchange activities, and then regional meeting in Vietnam, and then also exchange activities in Nepal. That's a great idea, because many people, they want to see Nepal, want to go there. And also one more advantage, we will have Bhutan will be with us, and then India, Bhutan, Nepal, this will be great. And sometimes we will discuss with our friends in Bhutan also that how we can do this activity. That is great, wonderful. Thanks, Yoginder, inviting us. Always it's fun to go to Nepal, and it's okay. I can see Victoria now. You have any comments to make from your car?
Hello, Dish.
Yes.
I'm sorry, I've only just come back on because I had to go on to an urgent meeting, so I've missed everything. So I'm not sure what you're talking about at the moment.
Okay, no problem. Yes. Don't worry, we are happy to see you in the car. It's okay, but we were discussing that how the students exchange program we can do. It's okay, no problem. Everything is being recorded. We send you the recording so that you can see what is happening and what has happened. And in the
Okay, that's
recording, you will see yourself in the car also.
yes, yes. I'll be home soon, so I'll continue on.
Yes, great. You have
Okay.
been wonderful help. Vic, you have been always wonderful help. Always join us in the webinars, and that makes us very happy. Yes.
Yes, I enjoy the webinars. They're very good.
Thank you. Now I come to walk from Thailand.
I come to Thailand, did you say?
Yes, next year.
Oh, next. Yes, that sounds great.
Yes.
When the borders are open.
Okay. Okay. Now I give mic to Wo. Somebody from Thailand who would like to speak.
Okay, I'll start, but maybe there's some, the people in the team want to share as well. We actually plan, to have the regional meeting for next year around the 16, 17, and 18 of January, but it is not finalized yet, and I'll let you know why, because the thing is we want to have like the joint sort of the meeting with the celebration of the IPST at the 50-year anniversary as well. And we probably thinking big, like we would like to invite the Princess Mahachakri Sirinthorn to preside at the ceremony. In that case, the date will be chosen by Her Majesty right there. So but in that case, I'm not quite sure if I can say the date just yet, but the plan was around that date, right there. Probably around January, maybe late to February, it is possible. So I'm not quite sure about the date yet. Maybe in a couple of months we can tell you that. But the plan is, probably we'll would like to have it on, something like Sunday, Monday, something like that, so that when you guys come, you will have some relaxed time in Thailand as well. Of course, we have thought about having the virtual meeting as well. That depends on the situation, but this is something that we will work closely with the Ministry of the Foreign Affairs, right there.
Great.
So of course, we will include the student expedition in there as well. Students come, and we hope that they can make some presentations, and we prepare, sort of the nice excursion for them so that they can learn about the science, in there as well, and enjoy the nice beach of Pattaya. That's it.
We'll be able to see some of the His Majesty's project which are being implemented.
So sorry?
The projects which have been started by King, they can visit some of the activities which is being
we'll see on that too. Okay. It's basically we have to choose somewhere that is close, but we will please make sure that we'll get the really, make sure that we will impress you guys. Don't worry about that. You will have the wonderful time coming to Thailand. I promise.
Okay, and who else in your team? Can you bring your team together so that everybody can see your wonderful team?
Who wants to speak? I think everybody should say a
hello.
word. Ipam, say something.
And they ask why to arrange money for everyone. She is the one, she keeps the money.
Dr. O say all. My boss say all. we welcome you all for the next year.
Okay. Lelida.
Yes, I'm here. So, like my boss and Pipom said, see you all in the next year.
Okay, then I see ABC also there.
Yes.
I say hello, ABC.
Yes. You hear me, Dr. Desh?
Yes. She's
Yeah,
ABC.
I'm ABC now for you. just only for you, ABC.
Yes.
Okay, this is what very great time for of us, Growth Thailand, and I think if you have a chance to come to Thailand next year, it will be great. Yeah, see you next year. Yeah.
Okay. I have been told that only 4 minutes left for this session, and anybody else want to make any comments, any suggestions? Then we have break, and after break we get together. We will have discussion on how to implement strategy, and then more inside of the presentation exchange program, and also Joanne is preparing concluding video. She's putting photographs together and will show us what we have been doing, and would like to have feedback from all of you. Yeah. So what time we are again?
So
Maybe please take a photo
Oh yes.
by Nishi.
Nishi is there, or she's having lunch?
Yeah.
Yeah. Please,
Yes.
everybody open the
Everyone request me to take picture of all.
camera yesterday, so open the camera today.
Okay. I request everyone to start your camera. Okay.
See, everybody has opened the
Dr.
camera.
Belian, you have 2 persons.
Who is that? Who is that?
Okay. Everyone ready? Okay. 1, 2, 3. Smile.
Your smile is the
Oh,
best.
just a minute. Just a minute. Someone just started. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Okay, perfect. Thank you.
No hands up.
Oh, okay.
One more.
Okay. One more picture.
Thumbs up.
Everyone, thumbs up. 1, 2, 3. Perfect. Thank you.
Great.
Another one. Tongues on.
Okay.
Love.
Now,
Love.
this is 2 o'clock in Manila. Am I right? 2 p.m. in Manila, 1 p.m. in Thailand. We meet after 1 hour. Okay?
Okay, thank you.
1 hour
Okay.
break. After 1 hour.
I love
Okay.
curry,
So-
buddy.
So it's the same like yesterday. Are we getting
Yeah, leave me alone.
another link?
We have a buddy.
Are we getting another link after break?
Yeah, already link is already sent.
Okay.
In the morning mail, the link is already sent.
It's the same link.
Yeah, no. There is a separate link in the afternoon.
Okay.
And if you want, we can arrange to send you again. But you look into the mail. This morning we have sent you the mail link again. We will send you if you like link again. Okay, Joanne, your video is ready. Getting ready.
Yeah, just waiting for photos today.
Great. Yes.
Okay, let me send you.
Thank you, Nisi. I grab your photos. Thank you.
Give you a heart.
Thank you.
So hopefully we'll see everyone in Vietnam next year.
Don't forget to share your ideas on the Google Doc. I just put a link again in the chat box. I need some input from the region, okay?
Okay.
So there's a chance that we may get together in Thailand next year. Is that what I heard? Maybe.
Anyone want durian?
All right. Well, good night, everyone. 11 p.m. here.
Good night, Cornell.
Good night, Cornell.
Night.
See you then. See you soon.
See you in Thailand.
We have meeting, right? Today. See you soon.
Oh, that's right. That is morning. Yeah,
We
tomorrow
have
morning.
another meeting. Okay. Soon, very soon.
You can talk about all your great ideas in the tech meeting tomorrow.
Yeah, I could share it. Yeah, I can.
Yeah,
Thank you.
good stuff. All right. Good night.
Good night.
Night. So Tej, we will close the meeting now.
After 1 hour.
1 hour, okay.
We shall break 1 hour.
Hi, Danny. Hi, Danny. You are why? Danny.
Hello.
She's gone.
Hi everyone. We are closing this meeting right now, and we'll meet after 1 hour. And the link is already on your messenger page. Sonal, I believe, has already sent the link for the last session today.
Okay.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye everyone. Thank you for joining today.
See you again.